Okay, so this is the Extrema Ratio RAOII Expeditions. So just a minute ago you saw me carving some very hard eucalyptus, and I had it in the reverse grip. And this is not, not uncomfortable whatsoever without gloved hands, holding it like this. So this is the pin inside the knife there to lock it open. And what I've done is I'll just take it out and show you again. It's really easy to put in. It's just a pin with a 1/4 inch 20 thread on the end of it. It just goes into here like this and screws that in. Screw in all the way there till it stops. And that's it. And even if I disengage this, the blade can't move, right? It's locked in there. That's it. So we're going to use that now, and as essentially a fixed blade. I'm trying on this is a bit of hardwood. This is really hard stuff. Just get a look at that wood there. This is like steel, so it looks like it's rotten, but essentially, that's solid as on there like that. Let's see what we can carve. So this makes it super safe. Look at that wood. There's a tip strength test there. No problems. Come on. So in the Aussie bush, this stuff can look like it's rotten, but it's not. So if you wander around in the Aussie bush and you need some strong wood, and you come across, fallen trees like this one here looks like it's pretty rotten, but just get a close look here. If you carve off all of this underneath, that is not rotten, okay? And neither is that. This dark red colour here, this is solid as. So if you had a bush saw or something, you could saw into this and make something out of it, yeah? So it may not be necessary to cut down trees. Alright, so I'm just going to take this out and put it away, because I don't need it in there. But let's, I put a bit of paracord on it. Didn't come with paracord, they came with a bit of shock cord on there. And the shock cord can be good because you can, when you wind it in there, it twists up and just unlock a little bit in the elasticity in the cord. It will automatically, undo it really quickly. But I find it a bit too weak, and I put a really strong ring on there. Let's have a look at that there, this metal ring there, so I don't lose it. And another thing I did, hold on, I'll just close up the knife. And see, that's really good there, and no movement whatsoever after banging into that hardwood there. Yeah, g'day, Bush Camping Tools here today. Well, I've got with me the RAOII from Extrema Ratio, and this is their Expeditions model. So you see here, this is essentially the same as the RAOII, the blackened version, which I've done a review on some years ago, except in this case we have the desert color of anodizing on these aluminium scales, this T6082 aluminium scales. We've got a darkened blade, but it's not the mil-spec finish. This is like an acid wash, stone wash finish on this blade. Made in Italy, N690 on the blade steel. See that there? It's got a roller lock. Let's have a closer look at that there. And how does this thing work? Well, this folds up here like this, comes up, and then let's have a look at this here. You've got this notch in here. This is what engages a bar in there, okay, the roller lock bar, and that comes up, and there's a big spring in there, and that forces this bar down into there. So it's really impossible to close in this direction. It's obviously impossible to close back the other way because you've got like a kind of a lockback knife. You've got this big chunky thick piece of steel behind here, so that's impossible to go back there like that. And this part of the aluminium frame is threaded here, and the other side isn't. So you put a pin through there. Now you've already seen me demonstrate this, and this will actually lock this thing open. That enables you, as you've seen, you can carry in the sheath in the locked out position like this, essentially like a bit of a sheath knife. Okay, so again, that's exactly the same as the original RAOII. So the other thing is, there's quite a strong spring in here, so this is quite good. So this will not just come up. This has got a good strong spring in there, and the closure, you see this here, right? That cannot come out like that. That's pretty good, unless you open it up like that, and it opens with a solid click. Let's close that up and have a look at the other end. Okay, so the butt end here, we've got a bit of metal which is sticking out here, which can be used to belt into things. I put this green stuff on there. That's not theirs. It didn't come with that. And some jimping here. I also put that green material on there. But the spine here is really smooth and rounded, which is great. I like this. It's a big knife, but it's comfortable. I've even had, you know, these things in my pocket like this. It's probably bordering on what could be too big, but there's nothing sharp or damaging, which is going to ruin your pockets of your pants. That's the thing I like about it. There's no points at this end, anything like that. Okay, so it's really easy to service, just a drop of non-dirt attracting oil on this part of the back end of the knife to tang, if you like, and that, when you're just opening and closing it, will lubricate that. That's all you really need. Got a good sound to it. And you see me, I've belted the daylights out of some wood with this and other things, and this is like this sugar cane here, and there's no movement whatsoever in this. It's really super sturdy. It's really a super sturdy knife. So there you go. That's the Extrema Ratio RAOII, as the name says, Expeditions model on there. It's suited to kind of more bushcraft with its appearance and that. And let's have a look at the scabbard. So this is the scabbard, and the scabbard is different because it's a different coloration on there. It's still a very super well stitched together scabbard. You've got loops on the back here to go into molly straps on for Pal's webbing, you know, into a pack. But this time this model comes with a fire steel. It also comes with a fire steel striker on there, so you've got the added advantage of a fire steel. And as I already showed you previously, it comes with a diamond plate sharpener. Got a nice diamond plate sharpener there for some field servicing of the blade if it requires it. And you can carry this knife, as I've shown you already, in here. And this is a regular kind of scabbard on the back. What I do with that, I've got the pin. Here's the pin, and I just poke that down in there and loop it through this strap so I don't lose it. Yeah, so there you go. That's the scabbard. Very well made scabbard. I like it a lot, and that comprises the package, the system as a whole. RAOII Expeditions by Extrema Ratio. Yeah, Bush Camping Tools here. Thanks for watching.